Well, good morning, Nora. I wanted to take a moment here and review the lesson we had. I do apologize. I did try resending your video, but for one reason or another, there was an error on it when I did record it there, so I do apologize. So I'm going to go back through and review this again here for you. First thing we did get started on was that of your grip. We just kind of reviewed your grip a little bit, just tweaked it just a hair. More so getting you more into an overlap grip rather than an interlock. And when we see that there, obviously the interlock was always getting the two fingers in together, but the overlap kind of getting that position where the thumb or the index finger kind of felt comfortable over that of your index finger. So obviously what we showed with Chip is it kind of doesn't matter, in my opinion, where that pinky finger goes in this overlap grip, just as long as we find it in that comfortable position when you do make your grip on the club here. And as you can see here, this is more in the position we want to see. You kind of see as we take it back here, we kind of just make sure that when we look at the left hand here, that this V, like we see on the left hand side, does tend to tweak open just a little bit. Kind of see how it is here. I like to see that V stay up, pointing almost. Now, obviously, that's a little exaggerated there, but rather see that V pointing up at your chin, if not to the right of your chin. You can see here we talked about not seeing that inner part of your wrist like we don't see here. You want to keep that position constant. Keep that left hand in more of a stronger position rather than getting it in a weaker position. Now, from there, and that was kind of, we didn't spend a lot of time on that, but I know that was one position we kind of reviewed, kind of tweaked you a little bit on. So as we go forward from there, the next thing that we talked about, one big thing was that of your stance. This is a picture of your golf swing. I know when you said you set up to it here, you didn't realize that as you set up to the ball here, you didn't realize that you had as much of this hunch, or it was a little bit hunched over, or a little bit of the arc in the back here like we see here. It's a big difference when you set the club down. You can see how your hands are a little closer to your body. You can see the hunch here from, like if I took from your waist here to your shoulders, you can just see that hunch there in the middle of your back here. Now, obviously, with our age, I don't mind to have a little bit of a hunch, but not as much as we see here. What that produces or promotes a little bit more of is you getting the weight back here to your heels rather than being up on that athletic position. We talked about going sailing. When you go to try to bring down the sail or bring down a position, you're not going to do it from an unbalanced or not say unbalanced, but basically an unsteady lie. You're going to be balanced. You're going to have a weight position where you've got the force to where you can bring down that sail. That's me just brainstorming there. So when we go forward here, this is what the stance is looking for. So that's what we want to see. You can see as you come into it here, we got the shoulder width apart. We flex the knees, and I had you bend forward right there, and you can see, we talked about keeping the back as straight as possible. Now, doing the same type of position here, you can see right there, big difference between those two. Even going right to there, night and day difference on the amount of curvature in your spine. Night and day. Great position there. You can see how you're just standing a little taller here as well on the left-hand side compared to where you're on the right. But most importantly, though, look at your weight. Look at your balance of your knees, of your hands, etc. What we're talking about, standing straight up, flexing the knees, or bending forward to the point that you feel the weight go from your heels up to your toes. And then I wanted you to bend over, keeping your back as straight as possible. And then as you flex your knees, you feel the weight come back from your toes to the balls of your feet. By then, you bend from your waist to the point where your arms are just out past your toe line, as we see here. As we look straight down from here, big difference there. You see how those arms are almost straight down from it, hands are right there. That's what we want to see. Down over the top of it. Much athletic position, much better stance. We'll go from there. Next thing we talked about here is we're going to go back over to your right hand side. You can see as you go to take the club back, that right hand. Look right there. That right hand's almost pulling the club back. And when I say that, the reason I say that is look how the face of this club is here, with the face of the club pointing straight down to the ground. That just shows me that you're picking it and pulling it back. Lesson turn, you pull it back around your body. Look how far these hands right here are back behind you. So that's when I talked to you there at the end of the lesson. I want you to do that same drill that we've seen that you did, that I was having Chip doing, that waist high drill, pushing that ball back, getting that natural rotation up, pushing back with the left hand rather than pulling back with the right. Because as we went further with you, what we've seen here and what I had you think about here is, I originally switched it up here and kind of give you the ball drill there. Here's a club, but initially, I want to go back here just for a second. I want to show you this here. What I talked about here with the ball drill, I talked about you keeping your hands in front of your body. You can see here that with the two positions here, you can see a more natural rotation of the shoulders here compared to here. Look how you're unbalanced. Look how your spine. Look how your neck is in this position, right through here. Much better position we see on the left-hand side. Oh, night and day. So all we did here is you felt that rotation and pushing the ball up to that position, making it turn back. You see how your hands are right here in front of your body? Bam. Right there compared to right there. So then all you did there is turn back down, down, and through. I wanted you to do about 20 reps with that, but trying to feel that position. Now, using the same thing that I gave your son by pushing the, you see that's right there. There's that position, pushing back with that left hand. You see how that ball goes up? That's what we're wanting to feel. So as we carried that over to the golf club, this is somewhat what it looked like right here. A little bit better. Look at the difference in your hands there. Look at the difference of the club. We see a little bit of a change compared to there, night and day. Look at your posture. Obviously, Rome wasn't built in a day, but still, everything compared to your right-hand side to your left-hand side. Making it turn down and through. That's all I want you. Nice, small stroke. I put 2 T's on the base of the ground. But I just want you to get the feeling of feeling that position back and through. So in this case here, as you can see, as you come through, you see how it's hitting right off the hosel there? I would have probably, if I had this up and running, I would have told you that once we've seen that, we would have screwed you back just a little bit. But look how your shoulders rotate back and through. Nice. Great position back, great position through. Look at the difference here. You just see how that spine just curls up there as you go back and through. So initially as we look at this, so we talked about your stance, talked about your grip, but predominantly here we talked about getting a little more of the left hand, getting that club to go back, keeping the hands in front of your body as you take the club back and as you take the club through. Now, Norm, by all means, if you have any questions, I want you to give me a call. 314-724-6539, or I want you to shoot me an email at michaelwyattgolf@gmail.com. I look forward to working with you again, sir, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.